Okay, let's start. So, in the last two sessions, we have discussed what ANA modeling. We have understood how to create attribute views and how to create analytical views, and we have seen how to create external view on top of those ANA views and consume it in our ABAP applications by using what OpenSQL. And we also understood that attribute view is used for what projecting what master data. Okay, and in case of analytic view, we have both attributes and what measures, whereas in case of attribute view we have only what attributes, whereas in case of analytic view we'll have both attributes and measure. Attribute is nothing but what a descriptive data like customer id, material id, vendor id, whereas measure is nothing but what quantifiable data. Okay, net amount, revenue, sales amount. Okay, all those things comes under what quantifiable data, which is nothing but called as measure, based on which we can do the analysis. Okay, now let us see how to develop this calculation view. Okay, so calculation view is the most recommended view because it includes the features of both attribute view as well as what analytic view. And this calculation view we can create in two ways. One is based on graphical calculation view and based on what a SQL script. Okay, so in case of graphical calculation view you need not write any code for that. We have just drag and drop facility, whereas in case of SQL script we go for what writing the code manually. So if the requirement is straightforward, then we'll go for what graphical calculation view. If you need to perform some complex calculations, then we'll go for what SQL script. So as part of today we'll go for what graphical calculation view. So as I told you, it includes both the features of what attribute view as well as what analytic view. Okay, so as usual, in the modular perspective or in the ANA development perspective, in the systems tab, we have one package what Z modeling. Okay, under this package, we have created attribute view and what analytic view. Let us create the calculation view. So what is my requirement is I want to create a calculation view which has to fetch the sales order header data and item data. So when I'm fetching the sales order item data, I'll be fetching the material also. So for that material, the material description is maintained in what MAKT table. So overall, I need to hit three tables: sales document header table VBAK, sales document item table VBAP, and material descriptions from what MAKT table. So I want to project this particular data by using what calculation view. Okay, so let's see how to do it. Right, so as usual, right click on the package and say new what calculation view. Right click on the package and say new calculation view. Right, I'll give the name of the calculation view. So let me give the name of the, let me cancel this. What is the name I gave for analytical view? AN underscore sales underscore analysis, and this is attribute underscore what material. So let me create the calculation view. Right click on the package, new calculation view. I'll give the name of the calculation view as something what calculation view graphical. Okay, CV underscore what sales underscore graphical. Okay, so I'm trying to create the calculation view. Right, so name is what CV underscore sales underscore graphical. I'll give the label. Okay, so view type is what calculation. View type is calculation, and you can see here it is asking what type of calculation view you want to create, whether it is graphical or what SQL script. Okay, so if the requirement is straightforward where there are not what any complex calculations, we'll go for a graphical. Okay, if I need to do complex calculation, then we'll go for a SQL script. So SQL script we'll discuss tomorrow. Now I'll choose what graphical view. Understood? And there are other terminologies here. This requires knowledge of what BW. Okay, cube, dimension, all those things. Okay, so but still, as of now, I'm not disturbing this. By default, what is the data category? Cube. Understood? So what exactly this cube and dimension, I'll try to cover in the coming tomorrow's session. So the default data category is cube. What is the note they gave? If you set the data category as cube, the default node is what? Aggregation. You can change the default node to star join by selecting the checkbox. So if you select this one, it seems that the default node is modified to what star join. So let me deselect this. Let me go for what data category as what cube only, right? So just ignore this for the timing. Don't disturb these things. More about this requires knowledge of BW, but still, once I complete this graphical calculation view and SQL script calculation view, I'll try to cover some simple example on this thing. Okay, so I'm not disturbing the default setting yet. So type is calculation view. I want to go for graphical calculation view, right? So say finish. So basically it is also a view where we project some data. We'll select the fields from one or more tables and we'll project the data. So resume point of view, we should highlight what? Only calculation view, both graphical as well as what SQL script. We should say that we are comfortable in what? Developing the calculation view either by using graphical mode or by using what? SQL script. So no one will tell us to go for graphical or SQL script. We need to decide. If you require complex business calculations, we'll go for SQL script. Done. Right. So you can see here we are having what, if you see this layout, we are having semantics, aggregation, something like that. And you can see the left hand side, we have what? Join, union, projection, and aggregation. Anyhow, aggregation is already available here. And there is something called as rank also. Okay. So what is my requirement initially? I need to get the data from what? Sales order header table and sales order item table. So since I want to project the fields from VBAK and VBAP, see what you have to do. Okay. In case of attribute view and analytic view, we have the node called as data foundation where we are adding the tables. So here, in case of calculation view, okay, we have something called as projection here. Okay, so try to focus. I'll just click on projection and draw it here. Okay, click on projection and draw it here. This is my projection. Again, I'll click on this projection. I'll drop it here. Okay, so I created what? Two projections. Let me align it properly. Done. I created two projections. Projection is what? Selecting the required fields from a table. Okay, so as part of this projection underscore one, okay, as part of this projection underscore one, what I'll do, I will add the fields from what? VBAK tables. I'll click on add objects, right? So what is the table name? VBAK. Okay, what is our schema? SAP ABAP 1. Say OK, right? So VBAK table is added. Then here you need to select what? You need to select the required fields. So let me select sales document number. Okay, I'll select order type. Okay, I'll select net value. I'll select sales organization. So I'm selecting four fields from what? VBAK table. Okay, so in one projection I can add only what? One table. So you can see here I don't have any plus button now. So as part of an instance of projection I can add only one table. Similarly, I'll select the second projection instance. I'll click on what? Add objects. Let me add the fields from what? VBAP. What is the schema? SAP ABAP 1. Done. Okay, so here let me select some fields. I'll select weblen, I'll select item number, I'll select the material number. Done. Okay, so two projections instance I've added. In my first projection, I'm associating the VBAK fields. In the second projection, I'm associating the VBAP field. So as of now, there is no link between these two projections. So what I have to do now, in order to link them, okay, you can see here we have a node here called as join. We have a node called as what here? Join. Okay, I'll just take this join, I'll put it here. Okay, so this is my join. Understood? So for this join also, okay, what is the purpose of join? To add two tables. So already projection one is associated with VBAK and projection two is associated with VBAP. So what I have to do here? Okay, I'll just I'll just one second. Okay, I'll just take the output of this is the output link, this is the input link. Understood? This is output link. Understood? This is output link, and this is your input link. Okay, so what I have to do here? Link the output link of projection one to input link of what? Join one. Similarly, link the output topmost is output, bottom is what? Input. So link the output link of projection 2 to what? Input link of what? Join one. So we have added these two projections to what? Join one. Now if you select this join one, you can see these are the fields. Okay, in the details tab, when I select the join tab here, we have this one. Okay, projection 1 and what? Projection 2. So what I'll do now here, I'll select the required fields. Okay, let me, I want all the fields from this one, so I'll right click on this projection one. Should I have selected join one, I'll right click on this projection one, add all to output. Here I'll select only what? PYSNR and what? MAT NR. PYSNR and MAT NR. What is the common field between these two? Weblen. So I'll just take this weblen and I'll link it. Okay, I will link it. So what is the default join it has proposed? Inner join. You need not give the cardinality, system will automatically assign the cardinality. Okay, even if you want to give, you can give also, otherwise not required. Done. So I have created the join here. I have linked projection 1 and projection 2 join 1, and as part of this detailed apps you have to link the common fields between projection 1 and projection 2. Okay, done. So to this join I can add only two projections. Okay, suppose I'll take another projection. What is the other requirement here? Apart from the sales order header data and item data, I should also get the material description. Material descriptions are maintained in which table? MAKT table. So what I'll do, I'll try to take one more projection. See here, I'll try to take one more projection. Okay, right, this is one more projection. In this projection, what I'll do, I'll add the fields of what? MAKT. Okay, SAP ABAP 1. Done. Select the required field. So here let me take material number, I'll take language key, I'll take the description. Okay, and for this spras, I'll apply the filter. What is the filter? Right click on this, apply filter. I want only the material descriptions in English language, so I'll say I'll say okay. Done. Okay, so this projection 3 as of now is not linked with anything. Now I'll try to link this projection 3. Okay, I'll try to link this projection 3 to what? Join. Just now I told we can add only two projections to the join, not more than two. So I can add only two objects to join. Now I'll try to link the output of projection 3 to what? Join. So when I'm trying to link, it is not allowing. Understood? So I can link maximum of what? Maximum of what? Two projections to what? Join. Okay, so as of now this is my independent projection 3. Okay, so what I did here, projection 3 is associated with the MAKT table, and I applied filter for what? Spras field. Done. Now what is the requirement? You have to link this. Okay, this join is having the link between what? VBAK and what? VBAP. Okay, now I need to link with projection 3 also, but I'm unable to link projection 3 to what join 1. So what I have to do, I have to take one more instance of join. So I'll just take this join here, I'll place it here. Okay, this is another instance of what join underscore 2. Now what I'll do, see the technique here, link the output of join 1 to the input of join 2, and link the output of projection 3 to the input of what join 2. So what I'll do now, I'll just link this. Done. I will link this also. Is it clear? So this is my join 2. Okay, this is my join 2. Okay, now what I have to do here, already I, okay, this is my join 2. Now, yeah, I'll select the required fields here. So from join 2, I'll select the join 2 here. Let me go to details tab. Okay, so I want all the fields. Right click on this, I'll say add all to output, and here I'll take only MAKTX. I'll take only MAKTX. What is the common field? What is the common field here? Common field is what? Material numbers. I'll just link the material number with this. Done. Okay, so what is the default join here? Inner join, it seems. Done. Okay, I've linked the material number of join 1 to what? Projection 3. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so done. I've selected the required fields. I've established a join. Okay, now what you have to do in the final stage. Okay, this is done now. I have selected all the fields, fine. Now what I have to do, link the join to with what? Aggregation. So I'll take the join to, I will link it with what? Aggregation. Okay, join to link it with aggregation. So now if I select the aggregation, yeah, you select the overall fields. I want all the fields. Right click on this, add all to output. Okay, so these are the this first six fields are from join what 1, and this MAKTX is from what? Projection 3. That's it. Okay, we have linked it with aggregation. Done. So you can see these are the overall outputs. Fine. Now in the semantics we have to tell which is the attribute, which is a measure. So I'll just take select this semantics. Then here you can see we have a field what? Auto assign. Let me try to auto assign. Yes, you can see here for any TWR field it is added as what? This indicates what? Measure. This indicates what? Measure. And for that particular measure, what is the aggregation it has proposed? Sum. Whatever the aggregation function you want, you can change it. Sum, average, count, max, min. Okay, so by default it is what? Sum only. Done. That's all. Save it. Let me try to activate this. Say finish. It is trying to activate, completed successfully. Done. Let me try to execute this. I'll click on data preview. Okay, I'll go to raw data. Acha, no rows retrieved. Okay, you have to make one adjustment here. In case of calculation view, here what you have to do is go to the semantics. One second. This is joined. I'll select the semantics. So in the semantics, in the columns, I selected the required attributes and measures. In the semantics only, there is another tab called as view properties. Go to view properties. In the view properties, okay, let me close the job log. In the view properties, yeah. Oh, where is it? Yeah, there is one option field here. What is this default client? What is selected here? Session client. One second, please. Yeah, what is the default client here? Session client. Change this default client to cross client. Cross client is what? Client independent. Change the default client to cross client. It has to pick the data from what? Any of the client. Okay, so done. Default client I said, let me save it. Let me try to activate once again. Yes, completed successfully. Let me try to run it now. Okay, so when I say data preview, I can right click on this calculation view, and I can say data preview, or here only we have what a button called as data preview. I'll click on this. Done. I'll click on raw data. Good, I got the data. Okay, so what are the fields I got? I got weblen, I got AUART, then that is order type, sales organization, item number, material description, from which table? MAK table, and NET WR. Probably I don't have NET WR. Okay, so I don't want these records. There are many records actually. I got up to 4,999. I'll do one thing. I want only those records. I want only those records where net value is greater than what 2 lakhs. So where you have selected this NEWR in the VBAK only na. So go to VBAK in the projection one. For this NETWR, try to apply the filter. Okay, so how to apply? Right click on this NEWR, say what? Apply filter. Yeah, not equal to, what I'll do, greater than or equal to, what is that value? 2 lakhs. Okay, say okay now. Done. Let me save it. Let me try to activate once again. It is activating. It is still activating. Yeah, completed successfully. Let me preview the data. Data preview. I'll go to raw data. Good, I got what? 1882 records. Actually maximum rows I'm setting it to around 5,000, but I don't have that many records. I got only 1882. What is the condition? Where the net value is what? Greater than 2 lakhs. So that's what I got here. I got around 18,882 rows. Good. Okay, so in the first output I got 1882. Done. Now I'll try to analyze here. Yeah, how do you analyze? I'll put any WR. I want to see the what what sum of net value based on what order type. So I'll just choose this AURT. I'll put it here. Yeah, so you can see for this order type TA, this is my what sum net value. Okay, and I think we have only these order types: TA, ZH, ZOR1, Z3, so and so. Okay, done. Now I want to see the sum of net values. I want to see the sum of net values based on sales organization, each sales organization. I'll just choose this. I'll put it here. So I'm getting it according to sales organization. So this 1710, the net value is what, so and so. Okay, something like this. Okay, so like this we can do the analysis. If you want it sales order wise, drag and drop what, VBLN, sales document number. So sales order wise, I'll get the net value here. Okay, so overall in this case I got what, 1882 rows. Done. Right, so I got 1882 rows. Now I'll do some changes here. Okay, let us understand. There are other nodes here, like if you go back to this, we have another node, important node called as union. Okay, so let us understand this union. Okay, so what are the order types I got here? I got TA. Okay, in this 1882 rows I am having TA. What else? Scroll down. TA is there. What else? Yeah, TA is there, and you can see here we have some order types like ZOR. Zivo R. Okay, Zivo R. Done, done, done. Zivo R. Okay, Zivo R is there. Fine. So now, okay, here it is showing all the order types. Now my requirement is I want to show only those sales orders whose order type is what TA. Okay, this 1882 rows has got all the order types TA, ZOR, ZH, Z3, all those. So how do we do it now? Go back to projection one. I want to do the filtering based on what order type. So I'll right click. Okay, this is another case now. I'll right click on this order type, apply filter. Yeah, equal to what is the order type you want? Only I want to see only those sales orders whose order type is what TA. I'll say okay, done. Filter is applied. Now let me save it once again. Okay, let me activate this. I'm activating once again. Done, completed successfully. Now let me check the preview now. Okay, earlier I got 1882. Earlier I got 1882. Now, okay, I'll just try to preview. I'll click on this data preview. Let's see how much I got. Raw data. Good. How much I got? 1735. Okay, so here what you have to understand is case 1. Case 1 is showing how many records? 1882. Here order types are what? TA plus ZOR plus ZH plus Z3. Like this, we have many order types. What is the case 2 I did? I applied filter on what order type. Okay. How many records I got? With order types as only TA. How much I got? Case, how much? 1735. Good. Okay. Now what I'll do is, yeah. Okay. Done. Now what I'll do is see here. Let us understand this union concept. I'm not closing these outputs. I'll keep it as it is. So this is my graphical view. Just expand this. Done. So see the technique here. Acha, I want to align it properly. How do you align it properly? See, there is a button here, auto layout. When I click on auto layout, everything will be adjusted, aligned properly. I'll just click on this. Good. It is aligned properly. Auto layout button on the bottom. Okay, so let me save it. Let me activate once again. Done. Completed successfully. It is properly aligned. Now see the technique here. I want to understand the purpose of word union. Union means what? Which adds two things. So what I'll do is see here. Yeah, see here. Yeah. Now I want to see uh, I want to see the sales orders whose order type is only ZOR, only ZOR. So see the technique here. So where I have to do the filtering for order type in projection one only, we have that order type now. So earlier also in projection one only, we have done it. Now I don't want to disturb this. This area order type is what TA. I don't want to disturb that. So I have to take one more instance. Instead of creating one more instance, I can do copy paste kind of thing. Am I clear? I don't want to disturb this. This is one set. This is one set whose order type is what TA as of now. Okay. I want to create one more set where order type is what ZOR. So what I have to do, I have to click on projection and I have to associate again VBAK do so and so. Since I want same kind of fields but with a different filter condition, I can make a copy of these notes and I can paste it here. So see what I'll do. This is projection one. I'll just right click on this. I'll say copy this node, copy this node, and I'll right click here and I'll say what paste. Done. It is pasted here. What it is pasted here? It is pasted as what? Copy of what? Projection 1. Done. So you can see this is my copy of what? Projection 1. So what is that here I want to do? I want to change the order type to what? ZOR. So I'll not select this one. This is TA. So now I'll select this copy of projection 1. Copy of projection 1. Right click on what? Order type. Okay, copy of projection one. In the details, right click on the order type and I'll say edit filter. Already the filter is added, so I'll modify this. Edit filter. I'll change the order type to what? ZOR. I'll change the order type to what? ZOR. Say okay, done. Okay. Similarly, I'll copy the projection 2. I'll copy, right click on this, copy this note, and I'll paste it here. Done, it is pasted. Okay, so this is my copy of projection 1. Okay, and this is copy of what, projection 2. Done. Done. Now what I have to do, yeah, now what I have to do, I have to make a copy of join 1 and paste. Okay, so I'll just select this join 1, right click on this, what is this, copy this note, and I'll right click on this and I'll say paste. Done. I'll paste it here. So when I paste it here, you can see again this projection 1 is linked with what, join, copy of join 1. Projection 2 is linked with what, copy of join 1. So I should remove these links. How do you remove this link? Just select this, right click and say what, remove. It is giving some conditions. Do you want to continue? Yes. Okay, link. Similarly, choose this, right click on this and say remove. And then it is successfully removed. Now what I have to do, I have to link. Yeah, now I have to link the copy of what, projection 1 to what, copy of join 1, copy of projection 2 to what, copy of what, join 1. Now in that copy of join 1, you select the required field. So let me just go there. I want all the fields, right click on this, I'll say what, add all to what, output. Similarly, I'll select here, I'll want only POSNR and what, material number. Okay, I'm selecting POSNR and what, MATNR. Then what you have to do, link this weblen to what, this weblen. Done, it is linked. Same thing whatever I did in this set, this is another set, but where the order type is what, only ZOR. Done. Now similarly, I require projection 3 also. I'll copy this projection 3, copy, right click on that, copy this node, and I'll paste it here somewhere here. Done, it is successfully pasted. Okay, done. Now what I have to do, I have to link this copy of join 1 and copy of projection what, 3 to what, another join. Now I'll create another join. Okay, I cannot copy this to join 2 because join can hold only what, two things. So that's the reason I am going for what, another join. I'll paste it here. This is my join 3. Okay, this is my join 3. What I'll do now, I will link a copy of what, join 1 to join 3, copy of projection 3 to what, join 3. Done, I successfully copied. Now in join 3, as usual, select the required field. So select the required fields here. I want all the fields here, right click on this, add all to output. Here I'll take only what, maktx, and as usual you have to link what, matnr with what, matnr. Done, it is successfully linked. Okay, now what I have to do after this, yeah, earlier join 2 is linked with aggregation. Now I'll break this link. Now how to break, I'll just right click on this and I'll say remove. Or if you want to remove, yes, remove. So now what I have to do is, yeah, see the technique here, I have to link join 2 and join 3. Now how do you link, I'll take union now. Okay, union is the one which combines two things. I'll just take union here, I'll just copy it, union 1, sorry, this is my union. Okay, now what I have to link join 2 of what, with union 1, and link join 3 with what, union 1. Done. Now I'll select the, as usual, select the join 1, select the required fields. Okay, I've selected what, union 1. Now here we have joined 2 and join 3. Union has linked what, join 2 and what, join 3. So in the details tab, right, so I'll just right click on join to, and I'll say add to target. So you can see in the right hand side, when I say add to target, it is added. Then similarly you have to add join 3 also. Join 3 also contains almost same field. So what I can do here, I'll select join 3. Okay, I can right click and say add to target. Otherwise, since we have same fields, there is a button here, somewhere here there is a button. Yeah, okay, I'll select join 3. There is a button what, auto map by name. This field should be mapped to target. So I'll just click on auto map by name. Yes, everything is what mapped there. That's all. Then what you have to do now, at the final stage, link this union 1. Link this union 1 with what? Aggregation. Yes, I've linked it. Then in the aggregation, what you have to do, you select the required field. So I want all the fields. I click on this, add all to output. Done. Okay, let me save it. Now go back to semantics. Okay, in the semantics, if you go to the columns tab, all it is auto assigned. Done. That's all. Okay, so let me just save it, activate this, complete success. So what you have to understand is here, this left hand side set is what? TA. This right hand side set is what? ZOR. I'm linking these two, join 2 and join 3, with what? Union, and union is linked with this. Let me do the proper alignment. I'll click on auto layout. Good. Now it is properly aligned. It is properly aligned now. Okay, let me save it. Let me activate once again. Done. It is activated, completed successfully. Okay, let me test it now. Let me test it. I'll click on this. I'll go to raw data. How many I got? 1740. Yeah. Why 1740? See, earlier what I got? Earlier, if you see this one, I got 1735. This is having only TA. If you see this one, it has got 1740. Why? Because we have union na? So TA plus ZOR. So if you scroll at the end, union will add at the end. So if you go at the last, you can see here how many records are there with ZOR. 5 records are there. Okay, so try to understand. This is only TA. This is only TA, which has got what? 1735 records. Okay, and this is what? Union, which is having what? TA plus ZOR. That's why 1735 plus 5, 1740. Okay, so I just summarize this once again. Here, first what I did, what is the first output here? It is having all the order types. What are they? TA plus ZOR plus, you can see randomly. We have TA plus ZOR plus, yeah, you can see TA plus ZOR plus other things, ZH plus ZCM, EC02, like this. We have many order types. Overall, what? 1882. Then what I did in projection 1, I applied the filtering on what? Order type. What is the order type I gave? TA. So when I preview the data, I got with the TA sales orders, how many are there? 1735. Then what I want? I want one more set. I want one more set based on the order type as what? ZOR. So that's why I made a copy of projection 1 and projection 2. In copy of projection 1, I have set the filter condition on what? Order type is what? ZOR. So this area, okay, this area will give me how many records? This area will give me only what? 5 records. Okay, can I check it here? Let me check. I'll click on copy of join 1 data preview. Save it. 1 second. Let me close this. I have not saved it properly. Save it. I'll try to activate. So what I'll do is I'll just right click on what? Copy of join 1 and then say what? Data preview. Let me check how many records I'm getting. Good. So I can see here, I can individually select the data also. This is copy of join 1. You can see this is copy of what join 1 is having how many records? Only 5 records. Okay. This area I'm getting only 5 records. Then what I did, this join contains what? This join contains 1735. This join contains 5 records. 1735 plus 5 is what? Union. So this union is giving me what? Around 1740 records. That's what is the condition. So individually also I can select, means up to this how many records are there, up to this how many records are there, like that we can do it. So this is sales orders for all the order types. where the net value is greater than 2 lakhs. This is sales orders only for those order types is equal to what? TA. Okay, 1735 got. This is sales orders with the TA plus ZOR. How much I got? 1740. This is only what? ZOR. How do you check this? Okay, just right click on this part, copy of join one, and say what? Data preview. You'll get the result for that area only. That's what I got, 5 records. So understanding is what? 5 plus what? 1735. Here if you want to, you can confirm. Right click on this. Okay, data preview. How many records I got? Okay, because here the count is showing it as only what? 2200. So I'll make it as something 4999. I'll say refresh. Yes, how many you got? 1735. Understood? So this area up to this is 1735. Up to this is what? 5. 1735 plus 5 is what? Union. Union will combine what? Two things. That's what I got finally. 1740 I got. Okay, so this is graphical calculation view where I have not written the code. So I'll just summarize. Projection is nothing but what? Selecting the required fields from only a table, single table. In one projection, I can associate only one table. Okay, and in another projection, another table I have VBAP. I have to link these two. So for that, I took what? Join. Join can be associated with maximum of two objects, maximum of two projections. That's why I took one more projection separately. Since I have to link this output of join 1 and output of projection 3, I took one more join. Okay, this is one area. Then this is for one set of condition where order type is what? TA. This is order type is what? ZOR. I am combining these two. I am putting it as what? Union 1. Union is the one which combines what? Two things. That's what is the entire output. Samir, any questions? So we understood about join, union, how to import in Excel. Okay, how to import in Excel. Now, actually, it is not our job, but still, if you want, one second, one second. Here, okay, this is my calculation view. This is my analytical view. This is my attribute view. I cannot import it in. I cannot import attribute view, but you can import analytical view and what calculation view. Okay, so this is out of our job, but still, we require what? We require MDX provider. So in the latest version of Microsoft Excel, that MDX provider plugin will be available by default. So I'll just take this, I'll go to Excel. Okay, I'll choose blank workbook. Then here in the data tab, you need to choose get external data from other sources. Okay, then from data connection wizard, okay, choose other slash advanced, say next. Yeah, here you choose the provider. What is that? SAP HANA MDX, multi-dimensional language provider. SAP HANA MDX provider, say next. Here it is giving the asking the host name. In my case the host name is ECC HANA, instance number is 0, username is HANA, password I'll give. Okay, language is what? EN. Then I'll say test connection. Test connection succeeded. Say OK. Okay, yeah. Here, select the database. What is your folder name? Z modeling. Somewhere it will be available. Yeah, Z modeling. Yeah, you can see now. In this Z modeling, actually we are having three views. One is attribute view, analytical view, and calculation view. But here you can see it is showing only what? Analytical view and what? Calculation view. Understood? So we cannot import, we cannot use attribute view for reporting. We can use only analytical and calculation views for what? Reporting. Okay, so I'll choose this analytical view or calculation, anything is fine. I'll say next. Done, 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 done. Okay, there are some options. I'll say finish. Done. Pivot table, I want it in the pivot table format. Done. Okay, to build a report, choose the fields from the pivot table field list. Okay, so I'll take webline first. Webline will be added there. Yes, webline it is added. Then I want the sales amount. Where is the sales amount? NETWR. I'll choose NETWR. So you'll get, yeah, you can see sales order one. What is the net value? 50. Like this, we can select the required fields. We can select the required fields and construct it in what? Excel. So this is not our job. This is a reporting person job, not the job of a ABAP consultant. The front end reporting tools like Lumira, business Bivo, business object, okay, those people will develop, will consume this particular HANA views in their reporting tools. As an ABAP consultant, we are responsible only for what? Developing the modeling the views. That's all. And we have to give the name of that view to the reporting guys. They will consume in their applications. It can be Lumira tool, it can be Excel, it can be Bivo or whatever it is. Clear, Samir? So, in the resume point of view, also don't say that you worked on this reporting tools. For that, you need to know you should have the knowledge on those tools, Vivo tool or Lumira tool, whatever it is. Done. So, I'll try to share this recording today. Tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll see another we'll see calculation using what? SQL script, where we don't have this drag and drop option. We'll see how to write the code. Okay. Chalo then. So I'm winding off. We'll continue tomorrow.